So I was on my way home one evening and I was crossing the intersection, so just barely speeding up to cross. It was turning like from green to yellow in that exact moment. And the person who I ended up basically having an accident with, he turned left thinking that he had enough time, although his vehicle was quite large. So at the same time that he's, like I'm passing, he turned, and I definitely, bumped into him on the driver's side and ended up having, some injuries and stuff. The airbags, I remember deployed from, I think, both the front and the side of the vehicle. And then I just remember my hands kind of getting crushed too, and I didn't pass out or anything, but it was a lot of shock, right? And then couldn't get out of my driver's side door, so I'm climbing out of the passenger seat, like it's a whole adventure or something, it was crazy. So I remember like the paramedics coming in and they're asking me like, oh my god, are you okay, or do you need any help, do you need anything? And I just remember looking down at the ground like, oh, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm still alive, is basically all I could like really wrap around in my head. So yeah, it was pretty terrifying, in all aspects of my life. This accident really had impacted me, and it's crazy because, long story short, I had 2 more after that in the same year. So within the year I had 3 accidents. I remember texting Brett like, you're not gonna believe this, like this is my luck this year. But regardless, it took me a while to really heal. I had to go visit a chiropractor for the first time, and I remember saying every day for almost like a year that I can't street drive. I'm terrified of street driving. I won't drive at night and I won't drive on the streets anymore. I feel more comfortable on the freeway than I do on the streets, which is kind of awkward to say, You would think it's the other way around, where high-speed areas are more terrifying, but no. It was just every day, I'm just going home thinking I'm gonna make it home safe, and you almost die. Mentally, that really affected me every day when I get behind the wheel, because I have a job to do, I have a business to run, I have a place to be, where people also depend on me. And I can't be there because I'm trying to take care of myself instead of taking care of my business. But luckily, I had a good team and everybody was really understanding, so they all prioritized my recovery. Some days it's still honestly ongoing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some days I'm still behind that wheel thinking, I really don't know if I should be on the streets right now, because I'll have like those images kind of come back to me, but it's gotten a lot better. The whole idea of reaching out to an attorney and probably talking to a personal injury attorney this go around was my father. He sat me down and was like, I've reached out to Mr. Brett Bolton and he's going to come to the house and he's going to talk to you about the accident. He was probably one of my most favorite attorneys. Like, this was the most easy conversation that I've had with a lawyer, and he was so supportive off in the beginning, right? And he's in our home, so it was a very comfortable setting where it was like that trust kind of was built immediately. He's coming to my home, making sure I'm okay, and that was the point of the home visit, was to see his client, right? To see how am I doing and where can he exactly, help. It wasn't about the money, it wasn't about anything at that time. It was really about, you've been injured, here's how we can help you. And that was great. That was a good conversation. Just knowing that if there's anything I need, any questions I had, anything that's going on with while this case is ongoing, I had a whole team of people I could reach out to, including the man himself, right? So that was awesome. It was like, I have a direct connection to everybody. This is great. Somebody's gonna help me out. And everybody was so helpful. Everybody who I spoke to was either, if they didn't know the answer, they knew the person who had the answer, and they were immediately connecting me to them. So very seamless process. Everybody in this team really made me feel like, no, it's are you okay? It's about you. What else do you need? And you don't really get that much these days anymore. This world is kind of crazy. So it was nice to know that there are still people who are just nice. They're just genuinely here to help you. Yeah, if you've been injured like I have, or even worse than me, you know, God forbid, definitely reach out to Mr. Brett Bolton and his team and this firm, because I guarantee that you will find help that you didn't know that you even needed. And everybody here will really take care of you. So I would recommend this firm to anybody and everybody.